everybody, this is Jim here from cemguitars.com, and how are you today? We're gonna check that James Blunt tune today. These are the words, and for this we will need a few chords, of course, but first of all let me tell you one thing. I'm playing it like this in a regular way with the chords like this, yeah, but in fact James Blunt is gonna use a little capo here on the first fret, and let me show like what the capo looks like this, yeah. This is a capo. So the capo he uses is something like this, and you just put it here on the first fret over here, and you just move. In fact, this becomes your nut, right? The nut is this part of the guitar, but now this is your nut because it's further on the neck. And instead of playing the E like this, you just move it up here. Alright, and go. Alright, so that's the way James Blunt does that. So you don't need one to play it like this, but if you want to play with the record and you want to match it with it, so then you will need a capo, okay? So just capo on the first fret in case you need, but don't worry, you can learn the chords like this and just play them then one fret higher using the capo. Okay? Alright, so it starts here with an E minor chord. Alright, so it starts here with an E minor chord. Or like this, as you want. Okay? So we have the 5th and 4th strings, 2nd fret here. And like this. Alright, you can use both fingering, index, middle finger, or middle finger, ring finger, as you want to play those. Alright? And then we go to G. Like this. And then we go to the D. 4 strings only. Remember, we have 4 strings down here. Ringing, we don't play those big ones there. And then the C chord. Alright, and this is all we need for the verse. We will need for the very last chord of the verse, we will need a B7 chord, like this. B7 is the pinky all the way down here on the first string, pinky. Then we skip one string, we put the ring finger on the 2nd fret of the 3rd string like this, and then we put the index finger on the 1st fret of the 4th string like this, and then we put the middle finger on the 2nd fret of the 5th string like this, and we play only those 5 strings. We don't play the 6th one, and there we have our B7. Alright, and these are the chords we need. Okay, so now for the rhythm, we're gonna go up, and down to do the check, the percussive thing, the little check here. It's gonna be a downstroke. So up, down, up is gonna be the chord ringing, and down, check is gonna be the percussive thing. So for example, with my E minor chord, up, check, up, down, check. And then same thing for the G. Alright, and then D. And the C. Alright, so let me show you that little check thing, because there's a trick here. Haha. Say I do a E minor here, okay? Here we have up, down, up, and check. So the check here is gonna be the flesh of your hand here. Alright, this part here. That's gonna touch first the strings here, because it's gonna muffle the strings. Because when something soft touches your strings, it's gonna muffle them. Alright? So it's not ringing anymore, and then I do my stroke, downstroke. Alright? So this is really slow motion thing. Alright, like this. I touch, and when you touch with your hand, right, your right hand, don't exaggerate the movement. You don't need to do that kind of stuff, you know, like I don't know, some of my students, they do like this, and you don't need to do that, okay? It's just, even if you just go like this, you can go with your shoulder, your arm if you want. It's gonna muffle the strings. Don't worry, it's muffling. So no need to do strange things here. Just go like this, and just put the flash first, and then the stroke, kind of whipping here, like this. The strings, all right. But I put the flash here first, so like this. Okay. When you do the check thing, you don't need to take all the strings. We just want a little noise, right? That little check thing. That's all we want. That percussive sound. So you can, if you're able to do it with 2 strings or 3, well, cool for you. You don't need to go all the way down there, you know. Just try to do that sound, yeah. Like if you hit a little bit your guitar, don't worry, it won't break. Like this. It's cool, okay? Up, down, up, check. So all the time this. Okay? And what we're gonna do is 2 sequences per chord. So up, down, up, check is 1 sequence, up, down, up, check is the second one. Alright, so and then G, and then the D, and then the C. Okay? And we're gonna do this 6 times, and on the 6th time, the last one, we're gonna go do that B7 chord instead of the C chord. So we go from D to the B. Now you're gonna notice it's pretty hard to get from D to B7. Alright? So there's again a little trick for you, so you have a better you can do it better. Alright? So the trick is you're like this, and if you try to put your pinky first and put those fingers afterwards, you're not gonna make it. It's pretty hard to do it that way. The best way is to do first these 3 here: middle finger, index finger, and ring finger. So you jump from this to this. Try to jump just from this to this first. Don't care about your pinky for now. Just try to do this movement. So little finger gymnastics here. And you try to do this and this, this and this. Alright? And once you're able to do this, let's say easily, then you add the pinky here, down here. Alright? Okay? And that's it for the main riff. Okay? And then we go to the chorus, which is gonna be a C chord 4 times, alright? And then we go to the E minor chord only 2 times, and then to the G chord 2 times again. Alright, so we have and again to the C chord, and here instead of doing 4 times the D chord, I'm gonna do 4 times, but at the 4th time I'm gonna break that little C shape and do a very quick D shape before I go to the E minor shape. So it goes, I'll play it once for you. See? So instead of going like this, I go just upstroke, check, D chord here, upstroke, check, and then while the check I go back to my E minor chord now, and here I have the rhythm again. Up on the C, check, up on the D, check, and the rhythm on the E minor. Okay, I have 3 times, and then I go up on the C chord, check, up on the D chord, check, and back again to the E minor, E minor position, sorry, and the regular rhythm. Twice, and we go back to D for 2 times. Okay, so let me play the chorus one whole time for you. So it goes. And we go back to the main riff. And so on. Alright? Okay. One more last thing, we can do a little solo here. You heard maybe in the beginning of the song, which goes. And one more time. And we add 2 notes. Sorry, like this. Alright? This is the solo of the beginning. So it goes like index finger on the 12th fret of the 2nd string, and then we go with the ring finger on the 15th fret of the 2nd string and back to the 12th fret of the 2nd string. So it goes. Alright, and then we skip 1 string with the ring finger still, and we go here to the 14th fret of the 4th string. Okay? And then we go here to the with the index finger to the 14th fret of the 1st string and 15th fret of the 2nd string. Okay, and one more time. And we will add for the 2nd time now, add only these 2 notes, which is with your ring finger on the 14th fret of the 3rd string and index finger on the 12th fret of the 2nd string, which is our first note we did for this lick. So okay, and one more time with the 2 notes. Okay, and don't forget, if you play with a capo 1st fret, that means that everything is 1 fret higher, and this too. That little lick won't be here, but will be on the 13th and 16th fret. Alright? Okay, in case you play with a capo. Otherwise, it's like I showed you. Cool! So this is the James Blunt tune, and hope you like this lesson. Hope you learned something, and don't forget to check out that little link you have down there, and I'll be happy. Thank you very much, and hopefully see you in the next video. Bye bye.